Welcome to the Driving Sports TV Test Hill here in Eastern Washington. It is an absolutely perfect day, and we have a fine layer of snow on the course. Today I brought with me the 2023 Toyota 4Runner TRD Pro. If you watch our show on the regular, you would know that I owned a 4Runner in 2021. I love that thing. It was a TRD off-road premium, and I took it everywhere. Well, today we have the TRD Pro, and there's not a lot different between the TRD Premium and the Pro. A few notable differences are, of course, the skid plate in front, the remote reservoir Fox shocks, the cool roof rack on top, and for 2023, you get this awesome solar octane orange paint job as an option. Another difference between a TRD off-road and the TRD Pro includes the wheel and tire package. We get these really nice looking blacked out 17-inch alloy wheels, plus they're wrapped with Nitto Terra Grappler tires. Now these are an all-terrain tire, but they are not peak rated for deep snow. Today, I don't think we're gonna have too much of a problem with the tires because the ice is fairly light and the snow is only a couple inches. But we will see. As far as the rest of it, it's basically the same as the TRD off-road, but let's cover all of the details before we hit the course. Under the hood is a 4-liter V6 naturally aspirated engine. It puts out 270 horsepower and 278 pound-feet of torque. It is connected to a 5-speed automatic transmission, and it powers all 4 wheels with a part-time 4-wheel drive system. That is, of course, enhanced with the multi-terrain select and crawl control systems. All modern 4Runners do include a tow package standard. It can tow up to 5,000 pounds. Price as you see it, $55,380 US, including destination. So today we're here at the test course to have a little fun. We're going to take this 4Runner TRD Pro onto every single course. So without further ado, let's hop in and have some fun. I know for a fact that we're gonna get some slippery stuff going on here, but I'm gonna go ahead and start the approach in 2-wheel drive, and we'll switch over as we need it. Basically, we'll escalate features as they are required. And yeah, starting in 2-wheel drive. Okay, and then it's super icy today, and we got ridges left over from the last vehicle we took up here. Now this vehicle does have 9.6 inches of ground clearance, which should be enough today. But we did rut this out with the Lexus GX when we were out here just about a week ago. Wow, I made a little trops there. Huh. So the TRD Pro here does have 9.6 inches of ground clearance, which should be plenty today, but I'll let you know if I hear any scraping. So continuing on with the whole idea of escalating as we need it, I'm in 2-wheel drive. I have not turned on 4-wheel drive or anything else. Now, I do have a surround view camera I can turn on, but you'll note it's not the trail camera that you can get in other settings. Oh, I'm slipping. See, this is why 2-wheel drive is not great. Both my rear tires are just spinning on the icy rocks. So I'm gonna go ahead and stop that. I'm kind of curious, do I have any MTS options in 2-wheel drive? Nope, it says select 4-wheel drive on the display, so that's not going to happen. So let's go ahead and switch into 4 high, and we'll see what that does for us. So this is just 4 high, nothing else going on. Come on, should switch. Okay, now we're in 4 high. See if we can proceed onward. Yeah, no problem. So the hazards here are, of course, a few big rocks on the outside. We also have that hill on the inside, and it's a pretty narrow track, but I'm not expecting any problems for a vehicle like this. So with those Fox shocks, the ride is fairly smooth. It's a little roly-poly, but it's not too bad. I mean, you want it to soak up the lumps, and this is how you do it. So far, doing good. Now, the next thing we have here is a steep climb. And on that steep climb, I cut in some ruts with the Lexus GX I just drove up here last week. Get that momentum. Yes. Now we made it a foot at a time. We should be okay because the Lexus had just slightly more than 8 inches of ground clearance, and I don't think we'll have any problems today. Let's head up the hill. And I am just in 4 high at this point, and I want to see what can this do with these included tires. So I kind of got rock hard dirt on the inside. That is, it's hard because it's 30 degrees out and it's frozen. On the left I have a couple inches of snow and ice, nothing too bad. I'm expecting we can get up this no problem. So I'm just inching along in 4 high, and we're sliding a little bit towards the cliff. You can still hear traction control cutting in, trying to remove that spinning. So the easier way is to go straight, but what I'm going to do is cut in the hill here, which is covered completely in ice, and I want to see if we can get up it in 4 high. No. I can get blinded though. Mercy. Okay. Clearly that is a problem. So what do we do? Well, I can't turn on MTS. I can't turn on my rear locker. Those things only work in 4 low, and we're in 4 high right now. So I'm going to go ahead and switch into 4 low so I have some more tools in the tool case. And let's go ahead and start with just 4 low. Yeah, all that really does is multiply my torque. It also, of course, 4 high and 4 low both. This uses a transfer case, so once those are engaged, it's going to be 50-50 power split, effectively. But I need to have something else going on here. Let's try crawl control on this and see how this does. So crawl control basically takes the A-track system and then adds it to an auto, kind of like a cruise control, and it'll automatically vary throttle as well as wheel braking to try to get me out of tough situations. Its party piece is to be able to basically climb out of a sand hole. Of course, we don't have sand. Everything is frozen right now. So we're just going to try this crawl control low and see what we got here. It's not making much progress. Let's try sawing, get a little traction here. Nope. Ice is doing it in for us. Oh, come on. Okay, well, that's not working. Now I'm going to turn up the speed of crawl control and see if that helps the situation. See if we can brute strength our way out of this. No. This is very slippery, in case you hadn't noticed. Okay, let's go ahead and stop that. Turn on that camera back again. So as we can see on this little graph here, you can see that the wheel brakes are really having a party here. They're trying to shift power left and right, front and back, all that kind of stuff all over the place. And we're just not making progress because we don't have any grip. So instead we need to charge this. Now, I feel good about really hitting speed on this kind of a situation, simply because we have a big bash plate in the front. We also have those Fox shocks, and of course there's more underbody protection as well. This is designed for a little bit more extreme kind of conditions, just like this. So I'm going to back up just a little bit. I don't want to start sliding, so I'm just taking it easy. Trying to get back on track. Watch that cliff side. Okay, so let's... Here we go. Get a little momentum into it. Keep those wheels spinning. And up we go. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Ah, so close. Brake. So you might you might be noticing that I'm kind of laying back here. We're currently 30 degrees on a tilt, okay? And we couldn't make it any further. So I want to try that again with just a little bit of speed. Also, I want to note that the camera shut off because my wheel speed exceeded the allowable speed for the camera, which I really hate. I really wish car makers, like if you're in 4 low, clearly you're not going to drive on the freeway with that. So I wish they would allow us to just, if you're in 4 low, let the camera stay on, right? Clearly, you're doing it because you need something there. you need that visibility. Okay, let's try this again. I'm feeling good about this. Okay, let's try it again. And charge. So we can get some speed here first. Cut in. Make sure I don't want to scratch up the paint. Ah, not making it. Man, this is just like the GX video all over again. Although this time I don't have to lock the center torsion diff because this doesn't have one. This is just a transfer case, which is an automatic 50/50. So some people might be asking, what happens if things go wrong and you slide off the side of the hill? Well, we do have a recovery truck here. Okay, let's try this again. There's momentum. Now you can't do momentum with everything. Like if the vehicle doesn't have a bash plate in the front, I would not do this maneuver, but this one does. So let's use it, right? Just another tool in the toolbox. Ooh. See if we can get that up that hill. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Full throttle, full throttle. Are you gonna make it? Are you gonna make it? We're just digging ourselves in a hole now. You will note, however, that in spite of the fact that I am wailing on this four-wheel drive system, it is not complaining. And the reason is because it's proper off-road hardware. It's not like an all-wheel drive system on a Telluride or on a Nissan Rogue or anything like that. This system is designed to get used. Okay, here we go again. Why do I keep going towards the cliff over there? I'm not liking that. Come on, I feel like we can make the, whoop, ugh. Well, I am finding that inside ridge, that's for sure. You having fun? I'm having fun. Now, as long as I maintain control, I'm not going to fall off this ridge, but the moment it starts sliding me in a very weird place, my nose could definitely slip off. Okay, now we're back in the ridge tracks. Okay, let's try this again. I'm feeling good about it this time though. So I'm in 4 low. I have MTS on, which is the high speed one. Well, not high speed, but it's mud, sand, and dirt, which allows for extra wheel spin because we want to churn our way through the snow and dirt here. So let's do it. More momentum. I don't like that slipping to the right ball. I mean, I'm turning, but I'm not turning. I'm like riding the ruts. 4 high, let the wheels spin. Progressive throttle. We don't want to start spinning wheels immediately. Get a little bit of momentum. Gonna crank it around. We're gonna do it, and we're gonna launch over the hill. Boom! There we go. So what did I do different there? Well, I wasn't as insane with the throttle. I was only about quarter throttle on that one. So even though I had a little bit of wheel spin, it wasn't too much to dig me in, and instead it kept me going forward. It kept my momentum moving, which is exactly what you want to do in a situation like that. Although I don't expect many people to be in a situation like that ever. But if you are, smooth is the rule. Now we're gonna go ahead and move on to the next course, which is the Sidewinder. Which is actually harder. Ooh. So even though I did set up 4 low and MTS on that hill climb attempt, I did not engage the rear locker. I'm just kind of holding on to that for the next leg of the adventure. Now this is actually a really good use of that front camera. If I could see, I mean, seriously, the resolution is so bad on that thing. Like, what are my wheels even looking at? I don't know. I mean, you get closer, it doesn't get any better. Oh well. I'm still in 4 low. I'm gonna actually crank up to rock. And the reason I'm using rock is that is the most aggressive MTS setting as far as shifting power left and right. Now you might be asking, why am I not using A-Track? Well, MTS is the next generation of A-Track. A-Track is the basic brake vectoring system, and MTS lets you fine tune it for specific conditions. Okay, let's do this. slight dip. Even though it's not massive dip, you can probably see a little articulation with the rear wheels here. Again, something that a unibody crossover just cannot deliver. And then we're going to hit the first log up in the front. No problem, no problem. And all the way, we should have no problem. I'm stopping though, because I really want to see if we can get a little slip on that back log. It's usually the last one that's the problem. Ah, no problem at all. Oh well. On to the hardest part of the Sidewinder, the climb. Just gonna line it up here. Ah, that sun. Boy, the low winter sun in the Northwest, it's tough. Okay, this might be another charge it situation, but we'll find out soon enough. Let's do this. Camera on, rear locker, drive. We had good success with MTS on mud, sand, dirt, so we're going to do that. Actually, let's get a little less slip. Let's do mogul. And here we go. Just try to smooth throttle, the same thing we learned the other time. Just smooth throttle, smooth, and we're going to have to lift up over the hump, and boom! Looking at the footage, you can see the articulation really paying off, keeping all four wheels on the ground, which is critical when you're trying to get up situations like this. Let's go all the way, because I do not want to stop, because this is also very steep. Let's keep that momentum. Oh yeah, you got the momentum, you can get anywhere. Boom, there we go. Now for the final course, we're actually going to go to Gopher Run, which is, when it's dry, it's our easiest course, but we've never, ever, ever, ever run it in the snow. So we're just going to gun it, and I was entertaining the thought of doing this in 4 high. Let's just try to keep some real speed going up this thing. So I'm going to switch it back to neutral, put it over there. Oop, hit my coffee cup. Select 4 low. Oh, I got to turn off MTS. It's funny it doesn't automatically turn off MTS. That seems like a very old thing. Like all modern things would totally turn off the software option. Because clearly if I'm out of 4 low, I'm not going to use that anymore. 4 high, no other settings. Let's see what happens. Nope, I want a locker. I want my rear locker. I really want my rear locker. I just accelerated and felt the dirt here. This mud is no joke. So we're going to go ahead and switch. I'm chickening out. Yes, I'm going into 4 low. Going on here. I'm turning on my rear locker. So get engaged now. There, it just clicked in. Okay, now let's do this. So I got a rear locker. I don't suppose I'm going to go so fast that I would have needed 4 high anyway, but you never know. So my concern is, of course, shunting off the road. I've never done this particular stretch in slippery conditions, so it's new to me. And that sun, I can't see a thing, and I don't want to scratch this because this truck has like 600 miles on it. Slippery, slippery. Oh, can we get up this without sliding? Need momentum, momentum, momentum. Yeah, we're making it, we're making it. Oh, come on, I'm sliding all over the place. And, oh, yes, did it. May not have looked precarious on the outside. Felt a little sketch on the inside. But boy, was that fun. Well, you know, the Toyota 4Runner, it fits a very particular niche. If you want a family SUV that's very capable off-road, and I mean extraordinarily capable off-road, it is really a great choice of vehicle. If you are all about the latest tech and the latest amenities, and you want massaging seats, or heck, you want wireless CarPlay, clearly not the right vehicle for you. You will not be happy with it long term. But in terms of really nailing the old school formula, nobody does it better than the 4Runner, in my opinion. Yeah, and on that, we'll end this episode. For Driving Sports TV, I'm Ryan Douthit. Thanks a lot for watching. I had a lot of fun today. Hope you had fun watching this. We'll see you again here real soon. Be sure to like and subscribe and share videos with your friends. We make them for you, and I do hope you enjoy them.